Working in Westminster is like everyone out there who works in a business or a school or a hospital, or like there will be people you like and people you don't, right? There's people you connect with and people you don't. Politicians are particularly driven people, right? You go to the effort of getting selected, you put yourself out there and you knock on the doors. They're entrepreneurs. Like I was thinking like they're their own like little SMEs, aren't they? What are they driven by? I mean, some of them are genuinely driven by public service. And I think that gets forgotten these days, which I think is unfair.
Yeah.
Some of them are just massive egomaniacs. And they just want the attention and they need the approval.
I've met a few down the years where, for the most part, the politicians I've met, I've sort of walked away from with grudging or otherwise respect, right? But some of them you meet and go, you're wholly unqualified to be in politics. Do you know what I mean?
I do know exactly what you mean, but I also think that you get some really exceptional politicians.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then you get some that really aren't. But what they have to do more is reflect who is electing them. And I think there's still a massive problem if you think about how unrepresentative the House is of the population.
Yeah.
I mean in terms of the level of public school education in the Commons compared to the population. The number of women, I mean, the Tories have got, is it 20% of their MPs are women?
Know. But they'll turn around and say we've had 2 prime ministers.
Yeah, but you know that like a figurehead doesn't change a culture of an organisation, does it?
I get that. But I think that's across the board, though, in terms of class, in terms of ethnicity, in terms of
it's
and you never want a box ticking exercise, but you just want your House of Commons especially to reflect the country we live in.
But I do also think that, and I met with a really senior female politician today. We had a catch up today, and we were talking about the sort of level of abuse politicians get, and she was saying to me that some of the new women actually in the 2019 intake, this Conservative side, they just don't want to do it because they get so much abuse. And I think that there is a danger that public life becomes so toxic that people just think, I don't want to do it. But we need good people to do. Like whatever you might personally think about politicians, they do run your country, right? And if you end up with low quality people going into it because good quality people think, I don't need this and I'm going to go and run a company or run a hospital or run a school, you're going to end up with the really important job of running government being done by people that are not the best qualified to do it. And that bothers me.
Of course it does.
Because it does matter.
Yeah.
Whether, people hold politicians in contempt or not. And I don't think a lot of it's fair. I think they get a bit of a hard time sometimes.
I couldn't agree more with you.